Today we're going to talk about one of the waste status that can ever reflect in your portal, and that is your N+2 aka N+1 rule. Let's get to it. N+2 rule is applicable to those who registered before 2018, meaning that those who registered 2017 going backward, and N+1 rule is applicable to those who registered 2018 going up. So the document that is displayed here on screen explain what N+2 rule is and how they go about it. So it states that N+2 rule means that students only have N+2 years to finish a degree, of which N refers to the number of years minimum that are given to complete a qualification. And on top of that, we're given extra 2 years to complete that qualification. For example, if you registered for a 4-year duration course, you will be given extra 2 years to complete that course. That's if you registered before 2018, so that will make it a maximum of 6 years. If you registered for a 3-year course, you'll be given extra 2 years, and that makes it 5. As for N+1 rule, that is for someone who registered after 2018 or in 2018. If you're doing a 4-year course, you'll be given 1 extra years to be funded, which makes it 5. One will wish that they should count the number of years that they have been funding you, but unfortunately that is not the case. They count the number of years from the first time you entered varsity, so the first time you registered for university. Even if you change university, that won't change the number of years that were allocated to you from the first time that you registered for university. Let's say, for example, that you did a course, let's say a 4-year course in a certain university, and then on your 3rd year you decided that I'm gonna go to another institution. So you were doing a 4-year course, meaning that if you fall under N+2, you had the maximum number of 6 years to complete your course. Now you change to another institution. You have already depleted 2 years of the 6 years that were given to you. You go to another institution to do a 4-year course, meaning that in that institution, you already left with 4 years. So that's only 4 years that you will need to complete that course. So let's say maybe we're doing an engineering, you're supposed to finish it in record time. That is 4 years. If you go to that varsity and you fail to finish that course in 4 years, you will be excluded financially because you have exceeded the maximum number that you were given by NSFAS. That is, you registered at the first institution for 2 years out of your 6 years, and you move to another institution. The numbers of years don't start from 0. They continue from your 2nd year. You are only left with 4 years, so you are going to be given that 4 years to complete. If you fail to complete that in record time for that 4 years, you will be excluded financially according to the guideline of N+2 rule. The same applies for N+1 rule. Let's say, for example, you were registered at a certain institution for a 4-year course, and on your 2nd year, you decide that I'm going to change an institution or my degree. Remember, if you fall under N+1 rule, it means that you were supposed to complete your course in 5 years. Already you have used up 2 years of your 5 years, meaning that you're remaining with 3. You go to another institution to study a 4-year degree course. You only left with 3 years according to the guideline of N+1, meaning that on your final year in a new institution, you won't be funded because by your 3rd year, you will have exceeded the number of years that you were given to complete a certain degree. If N+1 rule is indeed replacing N+2 rule, it means that this year, it should be a last year for N+2 rule to be applicable. And here's the reason why I'm saying this. N+1 rule affect those that have applied in 2018 or registered in 2018 going upward. And N+2 rule applies to those who registered in 2017 going backwards. So for someone who registered in 2017, this should be their 6th year in varsity. That is the maximum number that you can be funded by NSFAS according to N+2 rule, provided you were doing a 4-year degree. Unless if maybe you were doing an engage, which is 5 years, then you have 7 years to complete. But for someone who did 2017 and they did a 4-year course, this should be the last time N+2 rule is applicable, because these mark the 6th year in varsity doing that degree.